Hey, what is going on, everybody? You already know it is Wednesday. What time is it? It's 9:30. And what do you call that? Prime time. The 215 boys are in the house. My name is Paul Spencer. And of course, I got my little brother who is what is your name? What are you going by now, Dave?
Cowboy Dave, the showstopper.
You already know, Dave. What's going on, brother?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm a little tired tonight, football season, practice and everything. And even though we're not bye week, I got to get stuff straightened out. But overall, I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. It's cowboy hour, Dave. What could be better, brother?
Yeah, you know what? I can't disagree with that one bit. It is Cowboy Hour. I'm feeling good myself. Took my son to soccer today. He had a great time. They're just they're trying to figure out where to put the kids on what teams, and they were just doing evaluations today and just practices and drills and all that kind of stuff.
That's
So
awesome.
he had a good time. Today was day one, and it's going to be a long fall season for soccer. So.
It is. I mean, Dave, we talked about it off stage. Like, how long does that last you? I mean, we go in fall season soccer.
It goes to the end of October, if I'm not mistaken. So it's
Okay.
about, I want to say 8 weeks, I think, maybe 9. But it's going to be a good time. He loves it, and I can't take it away from him, man. Just like when I was a little kid, I did the same thing when I was his age, so I can't.
Yeah, the reason why I asked, it's been so long since I coach. Even though I coach up here, I know what football season is, but I miss those days. Like, okay, basketball was there. You're going to this sport. You're going to baseball. You're going to football all year round. You're always doing something. But that's the greatest thing being a father, Dave, is you get to spend time with your son. Hunter all the time. Even Faith, your daughter, you're at every game. Family first, man. Number one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And she's got softball coming up soon. She got another team that she's actually going to play for. It's called the Delco Outlaws.
Okay, great.
Yeah, she's very excited about that. The coach actually wanted her. If the Revolution team didn't work out, this outlaw team they really wanted Faith. So guess what? They got her. So
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. They're getting a great player. If she comes from her dad, she's gonna be
she's better. She's better than I am by a long shot. That's for sure.
This is gonna be elite, Dave. She's gonna.
Yeah, she's definitely elite. There's no doubt about it. But the coach wants her. Yeah,
got it, Dave. But Dave, let's get into what we came here for. Cowboys football, man. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to people out there. I did not watch a lot of preseason, Dave. I'm not the type person to sit there for 60 minutes and watch preseason football where I couldn't tell Dom, Dick, or Harry on the field, honestly. But Dave, we watched a little bit of enough to come up with our talk of what we've seen. We watch the replays, highlights. But Dave, what stands out to you for the preseason so far? What stands out to you?
I saw a lot of good things, Paul. I really did. A lot of things stand out to me. Receiver wise, I was very impressed with guys like Jalen Tolbert, which I thought was very impressive. The running game was actually good too. My boy Rico, actually, he made the team. I was very happy.
Wait, where's he at? Where's it at? Where's Rico?
Yeah, Rico's on the 53 man. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
I'll tell you what, real quick, not to jump in there, but I'm kind of scared because we talk every night, Dave, for a couple hours on the phone after whatever we do, And I tell you, I'm really scared, Dave, because Rico's that second running back, Dave, and I might be buying a Rico jersey this year.
I hope that's the case. We'll see what happens. And as I was saying, like I said, the receiver, Jalen Tolbert really stood out to me. Just a lot of rookies that came out, or I shouldn't even say rookies, but a lot of players came out and really did. It's tough in 53 because you don't see a lot of starters. That's the problem. But
you can't get a gauge on certain players, Dave. But just like you mentioned, the one guy, Jalen Tolbert, he stood out this year, Dave, in preseason.
And actually, this kid Hunter, I can't pronounce his last name for the life of me. Every time I tried, I was surprised when I saw Hunter's name on the 53. I was like, good for him. He must have opened somebody's eyes. If it was McCarthy's eyes, or offensive coordinator, anybody, Brian's. He just must have opened somebody's eyes because a lot of people said, "Who's this guy and why did he make the team?" Congratulations to Hunter. I can't pronounce your last name. I try, but I have trouble with it every time. So anyway, and of course, congrats to our kicker, Mr. Brian Aubrey. I was very excited for him to make the team too. I really was.
You love those kickers, Dave. I tell you, if I want to talk about the kicker, I'm inviting you, Dave.
Yeah, I'm a kicker guy. I mean, you're always good as your last kick, and my man just got cut the other day from Denver. He lost his job again, Money Maher. So
Dave,
I don't know.
We don't call him Money Maher. He just got cut, Dave. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but you know what though? I think there is something to that cut, to be honest with you, because
I don't know.
Lutz played for Peyton back in the Saints days, so I think that's had a little thing to do with it. That's why he took Money Maher's job. So
I don't know, Dave. To me, Maher he's clearance rack, not even clearance rack. He's unemployment Maher now. Okay, to me.
That he is, and I know he'll find a job somewhere. Somebody will
No,
find
no,
him.
he'll find a job. He'll find a job, Dave. But before we get a couple comments here, I agree with you. Tolbert stood out to me this year. I love the kid playing. He was a high draft pick. This, a couple years ago when we talked about the draft, I was very high on this kid. And
Mm-hmm.
being the fourth wide receiver coming in now, I think he's really going to get a lot of packages based to him, which I'm really loving, Dave. I really am, and it really showcased him. Maybe it was a good thing, not having Cooks and Lamb and Gallup on the field because we've
Mm-hmm.
seen. I understand it's against twos and threes, Dave. I understand that, but we did see what Tolbert can do, one on one in a situation. Because Dave, when we played, who was it? Oakland. They had their starters in, Dave. If I'm not
They and
Seattle.
Seattle did.
Seattle. I'm sorry,
Seattle had their
Seattle.
starters in,
Yeah,
yeah,
Seattle's the game I want to refer to. When they had
and
their package out there, Tolbert looked good. His route tree was great. His progression was good.
mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
what the backup of like Will Greer, Dave, if you think about that, you know?
Well, kudos to Will Greer, just got a job with Cincinnati.
He did.
I'm so happy for him for that. That really made my day when I heard that this morning.
Yep, I'm glad. I
Um,
mean, certain players, I'm glad they got a job because the way he played in preseason 3 and 4, especially that last game, Dave, he really
mm-hmm.
showed me something because we talked about when you go into a game, you're going to get cut, especially with the next guy we're talking about, coming into our Cowboy system from Niners land. We'll talk about
Mm-hmm.
him. But you knew Will Greer was on the odd man out, Dave. You knew that going into that last game.
I,
McCarthy's probably sitting there saying, hey, listen, we're not going to keep you. We have something happening here because he didn't even tell Dak. He didn't tell McCarthy about it.
I don't think anybody knew what was happening there. To be honest with you,
No, but you know what? That third game is an audition game, Dave. Hey, go out and play your balls off.
and he
Make sure
did, and
he
he
did.
played his guts off, and he did what he had to do.
He did.
And I
He
know
looked good.
somebody that was very upset that he left. I know Dak was upset because those two were very close.
They're very good. I
Um,
mean, if you look at it, I don't want to call anybody, elite versus not great, but if you look at Will's career game, Dave, I mean, he does look like Dak. If you heard what he said, the reason why he wanted to come back to Dallas is he bulked up like Dak. He watched everything that Dak did on the field, everything he
yep.
did off the field. He
Mm-hmm.
prototyped his game after him, and it really shows when somebody takes that leadership and takes a guy under their wing, like Dak did with Will Greer. And I know it upset him, but it's a sport, Dave. It's business, man.
It's a business, and that's the way they have to approach it. It's a shame because you can't
Agree.
get buddy buddy on the field. Yeah,
Very
Dak and
true.
Greer were buddy buddies. They were friends, and Dak
Mhm.
was a little upset, and Dak was stunned when he heard the news about the guy that we're going to talk about later on.
Sure.
But it's a shame because sometimes you get so close to somebody sometimes, and then just like the Dak and Zeke thing, same situation. I mean, Zeke's out
Agreed.
of here. You went to New England, and
Agreed.
now Dak's. And you can't tell me not seeing 21 behind Dak on week one is not going to be difficult to
Hey,
process because
listen, it's like me. It's like me every week doing a show without you, Dave. I look to my. It would be the viewers opposite of me, but if I look to my right there, I don't see you, and I'm so
right.
used to seeing it. It's something,
Mm-hmm.
it's something to get used to. But Dave, was there
Sure.
anyone else that stood out with you? I mean, let's
There
talk
actually
about.
was one guy that really stood out to me, and I he's going to be a force on this team, and you know it, I know it. We're all going to talk about this kid. The deuce is loose, man. The deuce is loose.
Dave,
I love
Dave,
this kid. I love him.
Dave.
I love him.
I tell you, I mean, I was so I had him on my college football since last season. He was my
Mm-hmm.
dark horse, being my Heisman Trophy winner. But playing at K State, you're playing at a little team compared to Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, these Michigan teams, big teams that you
Mm-hmm.
recognize the name. Kansas State, you really don't think about it. But Dave,
Yeah.
being 5'5", what he did last year with Kansas State and prove it all throughout the season, it
Yeah.
showed me something. We picked him up. Dave, I'm seeing glimpses of this kid. Really am this year.
It's scary if you think about it because
It
the way
is.
the way he hits the hole and he's so quick and,
Agreed. Agreed. I
and
mean,
there's just so much to his game
exactly.
and I hope that Schatz and McCarthy can use him to the advantage of his game and make him a
And
scary weapon.
I think they will, Dave. I mean, I thought about this today. And I had this one kid on my team. Not going to the Cowboys, of course, but my team. I have this little bitty kid. He's 11 years old, lightning quick.
Mhm.
And I put him in the backfield today. We have a bye week, but I put him in the backfield just to see something.
Mhm.
And this kid broke one for like 45 yards.
There you
Right
go.
behind the offensive line. And the offensive line was this run blocking. I asked the
Mhm.
defensive line, I'm like, what happened? They're like, we can't see you. And I was like, that's sort of like Deuce Vaughn. You can't catch what you can't see. You know what I
Right, you
mean?
can't exactly. You can't catch
And
what
with
you
that
can't
speed,
see.
it was breakaway. But I love
Mhm.
Deuce Vaughn. I think he's going to be. He's ahead of Rico, in the depth chart basically right now is what they're saying.
Mhm.
But I think they will have a lot of packages, Dave, for this kid because we know Tally Pollard is going to be on a snap count, Dave. I think he
Sure he
will be.
is because of his
So we're
yeah.
going to have that. We're going to
Mhm.
have that. We're going to have that Rico. We're going to have that.
It's going to be
Deuce
Tony
Vaughn
Rico and Deuce and Hunter Lepke. That's his last name, Lepke. I
and
can
Lepke.
never
Yeah,
say. I can't say his last name. I
yeah.
always forget.
But I
But
think a lot of people showed out this year, Dave. I mean, they really
I
did. I'm
think Lepke
surprised.
really opened some eyes, though. I mean, because nobody thought everybody's like Hunter, who? Who is this kid? What you know?
Yeah,
And he opened a lot of eyes. I'm excited for him. I really
I
am. I
agree.
hope.
I agree. But Dave, talking about the positives in preseason, we did have one huge negative, Dave, and I actually cried for this one, Dave.
Oh yes, yes, I know you were very upset about it,
Dave.
and you were talking about it earlier today, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes, yes.
Mister Cox himself.
No, no, going
Yes.
back to that Mr. Overshawn first.
Oh, Mister Everson. Well, that was the injury. We knew.
Uh,
Yeah,
that was the only
go.
preseason that really killed me.
That was week what? Week one? Week
Week two,
two?
week
Week
two.
two? Yeah, against Seattle.
And it was it was week 3? Was it week 3, was it? Yeah, it was
Week
week 3.
two. It was week
Week 2.
two.
Okay. I
Week
mean,
two
seeing
against
that play, Dave,
Seattle.
he made a great play. I mean,
He did.
great tackle. Just an
Mm-hmm.
odd injury that happened, but man, Dave, I'm telling you, it's so weird seeing our third round pick Overshawn, which could have been a first or second possibly, go out
Yep.
like that. And
Mm-hmm.
Dave, you know how high I was on this kid. I love this kid. I went out and ordered his jersey,
You
and
were talking about him last year, actually,
man,
for the college scene. You were talking about him a lot, if I recall.
yes, I mean for the draft, I had Mozzie Smith, Shoemaker, and Overshawn. All three
Mm-hmm.
picks coming to the Cowboys, which we got. And I said, what about Deuce Vaughn if we got him? Holy crap. But
Mm-hmm.
Overshawn going out early season, Dave, man, it was scary. But this defense front seven is very stout, Dave. Mozzie Smith looks damn powerful.
Mozzie Smith is powerful. Well, they had a couple if ands and buts about him in week two of preseason. They weren't too they weren't too happy anyway.
It's a learning curve. It's
But
a learning curve.
but you have to understand, he was going against the first string, Seattle, offense. What could
Sure.
the kid do? He was getting triple teamed every time he go off the ball. So
Yeah, and I
you
did
know,
see a press conference about that where they talked about Mozzie's struggles, week 1 and 2 versus where he stood at week 3, how he did a 180 basically. And he actually said, he was like, listen, what better way to go against starters on an opposite team? You bang heads 7 on 7, 11 on 11, who you know what they do. They know how to counter you. You know how to counter them. But what better way to go against another team? And he's like, yes, I had learning curves. I really did. But just wait till the season starts. I've learned.
mhm.
What do you think it's like going against a Tyron Smith, a Tyler Smith, Baez, and even he mentioned Zach Martin. He's like, the last week has been incredible. Where I've
Mhm.
actually gone against Zach Martin playing that nose
Yeah.
guard. What better way to
Well,
go
what
against
if you're going to learn from the best? You might as well. I mean, Zach Martin is the best.
And
He's
I'm not worried about him, Mozzie Smith. But Dave, who do you think needs to work on going to preseason, Dave? What one player that we didn't see or we did see that you're kind of worried about before we get into some surprising cuts in our 53-man roster?
I think Jordan Lewis is the key, is the guy that, to me,
You're glad he's
honestly.
back. You're glad he's back.
Oh, I'm so I'm a Jordan Lewis fan. I
I know
love
you are.
Jordan Lewis,
That was the first text message I got from you, Dave. Jordan's back.
I know when and I told you
Jordan's back.
that, and I've been following him through the preseason, and but he hasn't touched the field in a year, Paul. I mean,
That's the
come on.
thing. That's the thing. That's the thing.
That's what scares me the most.
But are you going on, hidden talent, like what Dan Quinn knows about this kid, what he's seen?
That's all I can go for. I mean, at this point, yeah, because he's that good of a player, and
that's what's scary.
I just remember the game that sticks in my mind against Jordan Lewis when he played against the Giants, and it was at New York, and he played his butt off that game.
Yes,
and I mean, it was one of the best best appearances or best part of his game or whatever. I can't even explain it, but he played so hard and he was all over the field. I'm like, I love this kid. I just love him.
I agree.
And for him to be back, but what's going on?
Oh, we lost Dave there for a second.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, lost you for a second.
Okay. No, it was Well,
all right. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you. I love Jordan Lewis. He's a big asset. Only downfall, Dave, back from that injury. Of course, we know that. But Dave, man, the person that I want to see more of is I don't want to reiterate this, Dave, but Dak Prescott, man, I would love.
What? I knew you were going to say that. I
had to see him because listen, all these other teams are at least getting in there, playing a set, a series, whatever. But Dave, we don't see Dak out there, and You're going against a division foe here, week one. The Giants were going up to the Meadowlands. Dave, I'm
Mhm.
worried about that Russ man coming off his worst season ever as a Cowboy.
Yeah.
Dave, I'm a little scared because you don't have the timing down. You don't have the verbiage down with the offensive line. That to me, Dave, is a big, big issue with me.
I can't disagree. What will we see in Dak in week one is the question.
What? Yeah, exactly. I think it's
You
going to be on
know,
the whole America's eyes. What do we see from Dak week
what
one, Dave?
what? Yeah, I think honestly, I think it'll take him a quarter to get started, and then once he gets into the
Wow.
flow, I think he'll be okay.
Well, Dave, I just hope that our
Because
defense can maintain that first quarter because the Giants have
that's
upgraded.
well, he might come out storming. You never know. I mean, he just
I hope so.
I'm just saying he just might. I
I
mean,
hope so, Dave. I agree with you. I hope he does. I really do. I mean,
mhm.
I'm just worried about that rust, coming off his worst year, no preseason action, 7-on-7s, 11-on-11,
just just
where you can't get hit. Your defense can't touch you. You wear the red
That's what I'm
jacket.
saying. Well, just keep knocking on wood that the two Smiths are okay, so it's okay with
I
that.
just hope
So.
the whole entire line is
The,
okay. You
right,
know?
but the one Smith we worry about more than anybody.
Yeah, don't say his name because I don't want him to
I'm
fall.
not saying his name. I'm just saying his last name. You
Yeah,
can't say his
I
first name.
I do not want him to fall out of the shower and have breaking news tomorrow. I do not want that to happen, Dave. So
Well, actually, I'm happy for Matt Lesko too. I'm glad he made it.
as long as we didn't keep Josh Ball,
Thank the Lord for that. Is he on the practice squad?
they did sign him to the practice squad,
I
Dave.
thought I saw that. I did.
Yes,
I thought I saw that
I put it
yesterday.
on the page. I think I put it on our Twitter page where they kept
I,
saying,
I I thought I saw him go to the practice squad.
you know what? Like, okay, all right. Well, Josh
Mm.
Ball, at least you got a $10,000 contract. You don't have to go work at Wawa, brother, or
This
whatever you
is
have down in
true.
Dallas, whatever.
This is true. Yeah,
So,
I read that. I was
oh,
like, Josh Ball, you better be on that practice. I mean, just don't get him on the field because he is just god awful.
and the crazy thing is, after that, I don't even want to say mediocre performance he had in the preseason, Dave, and it showed
Mhm.
that he didn't even get a job. Nobody even looked his way on
Oh,
waivers.
it not even that. Oh God,
He was that bad. He was that bad, Dave.
I believe it. I
That
really
bad.
do.
That bad.
Yeah,
But you know what, Dave? I think preseason, we had one injury, of course, to Marion Overshawn. That was the biggest
yeah.
one.
That was the major one of all of them. I mean, we pretty much came out clean if you think
Yeah,
about it.
we did. We did. I mean, the offensive line is intact. Thank God Zach Martin came back, of course. Pollard's ahead of schedule. He's looking to start
Mhm.
week one, of course, which we know. Even being on a snap count, we already know what he's going to
I,
be on. We know that.
I'm excited for the defense, man. I can't wait to see Parsons on the field. I can't wait.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can't wait to see Sam Williams on the field, and guys like D. Law we haven't seen, Demarcus or Dorrance Armstrong, guys like that we have yet to see, and
Great.
that's what I'm excited about. There's
Agree.
guys, and Dante Fowler, I'm excited for him too. I really
He
am.
needs to step up this year, Dave. He needs to step up this year. He
I
really
totally
does.
agree.
This is a year
Hmm.
for him. I think that Dan Quinn brought him aboard just because he was a former Atlanta Falcon. You
Yep,
know,
I
he went out
agree.
and got
Well,
some.
that's his boy. That's his boy. He was,
Well, just like you mentioned with Peyton and Lutz. That's your
right.
boy. You want to take care of.
Yeah, that's what I pretty think. I
Yeah.
believe
Did
that.
you
I
just give me
really do.
did you just LA Night me?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought that was in there. Okay, I just want to make sure I'd seen that right. But
Well,
yeah, but Dave, I agree with you. I mean, I think the only reason he was brought over here because of the Dan Quinn situation with
Mhm.
he knows his defense. He knows what he's about. He doesn't have to be the star. He can just
Nope.
be a guy who manage his zone, his gaps, containment.
Hmm.
That's fine. I understand it. But this is his year to step up because this defense is loaded, and
But
he's an older guy,
yeah,
Dave, compared to what we
but
have.
but there's
He's old.
there's one position on defense that does scare me because
Uh-oh, talk to me.
we're very thin.
Talk to me, Dave.
Linebacker.
Dave, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this real
I
quick.
know. I know. I mean,
Now, okay, well, that's a great point, Dave. Jabril Cox. I love this kid. He was
hmm
he was going to be a starter, Dave, a starter, and you cut him, and he goes
yeah.
to a rival, the
I know. He
Washington
goes to the
Commanders.
Washington Commanders. I know. I saw that. Yeah.
Dave, okay, okay, Dave, please help me here, okay? Jerry Jones, you're very thin on linebacker now. Of course, you have three studs out there automatically right now. We already have that. But
You're
Dave,
putting your balls on Van Der Esch is what you're doing, and
thank you.
you know.
Dave, think about this, okay? Van Der Esch, okay? Damon Clark, which I love this kid. You
I
know
know.
I love him.
I know you love Damone Clark. I know.
Now we're moving Devin Harper up to linebacker, okay? With
And
Marquise Bell coming in.
Marquise Bell.
Playing
Exactly.
some safety, Dave. Never played linebacker in his life.
I know. I know. It makes no
And you're
sense.
moving him up to linebacker, but you get rid of a starting linebacker in Jabril Cox, who's coming back healthy, Dave.
Well, I think that's McCarthy trying to be cute. That's what I think it was.
Well,
Or Jet.
McCarthy's being a complete jackass because he just killed the defensive, front seven
Well,
getting
well,
dropped.
well, wait a minute. Let's not blame McCarthy too. I mean, Dan Quinn could have something to do with that.
But you know
So
what, Dave?
I
Okay,
mean,
Dave, I understand it. I understand it. But that brings a great point, Dave. We're leading into the next situation here. Okay, Dave, if I'm Jerry Jones and I make a trade for someone to come in, and Dave, I don't tell you being the head coach, and I don't tell Mike McCarthy for being, or Dak Prescott my quarterback. I bring in Trey Lance, Dave. How do you feel? I don't tell you. I don't even tell
I
you.
don't have to tell you. I'm the owner. I could do what I want to do.
There's a difference between Jerry Jones and
I can't.
27
No. See,
owners.
to me, you didn't have to tell Dak. Dak doesn't
Why?
have to know anything because he doesn't need to know. Just play football. Just like
Okay, Mike McCarthy needs to know because he has
no,
a
no.
pack.
Well, McCarthy needs to know he's the head coach.
Why didn't he get told, Dave?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I can't
When
for
you
the life
figure it
of
out, you
me
let me know, okay?
because Cherry can make moves anytime he wants. He's the general manager and he's the owner. So to me, if he doesn't want to tell anybody he's making a move, the team doesn't need to know. But the coach, to me, does need to know.
So there's a
Because
reason. So Jerry Jones is the reason why we're saving.
you don't have to tell Dak anything. Dak doesn't have to know anything. Why does Dak have to know?
But
For what reason?
Jerry Jones is the reason why we continue to say 27 years and counting, and it grows.
And I'm not disagreeing with that. And you're right. You're absolutely right on that. And but the coaches need to know what's going on. I mean, Trey Lance walks in the door and McCarthy says, hey, "What are you doing here?" I had no clue. I mean, come on. But seriously, it's McCarthy can work with him. He's not taking Dak's spot. So if you people think that, you're crazy.
That is very
That's
true.
not going to.
I was holding this comment for a long time. I hope Adam
because think about it. When Lance is not going to start, he's going to stay where he is.
He's not going to. He's third in the depth chart. He's third.
Exactly.
But
I mean, come on. Think about it though. Before we go there, think about this. Cooper Rush last year won 4-1 when Dak was on the shelf. Okay, they finished 12-5.
True.
They won a playoff game.
True. Preach,
okay,
Dave. Preach.
But I'm saying, Dak knows the offense.
Cooper knows
It's his 8th year in. Right, exactly. It's his 8th year in the league. Cooper knows the offense. I think Trey Lance is going to come in here and say, "Okay, guys, let's do this." Give me a break.
You know what? A lot of people, just like you said, Adam's a great, viewer of our show. He always comments.
Adam, thanks for chiming in, bud.
He won't start. I mean, unless even if Dak broke his leg and Cooper broke his leg, that's the only time you're going to see Lance.
That's the only time you're going to see. Don't say that.
But yeah, I know, Dave. I shouldn't have said that. God, I hope that's going to be breaking news tomorrow. I'm gonna.
That's all we need.
Yeah. But Dave, think about this. Okay, I talked about some of the players today at practice today, and I was like, I was talking to the president of our league, and I asked him, I was like, hey, would you ever, bring in another kid if the mandate went from this 43 to 44? Would you ever bring another kid without telling me, without my, like I want this kid or that kid? He's like, no, and I was like, okay. He's like, oh, you're referring to Dallas? I'm like, yeah, of course. But Dave, McCarthy will have play packages for Trey Lance in the game. I guarantee.
And you know what? I hope he does. I hope. If Trey Lance can contribute any way he can with Dak on the field, I'm okay with it. Dave, as long as the team wins, I don't care.
I think he will, Dave. I think he will have a lot of packages because listen, what is the one thing that Dak hasn't done since his injury that Trey Lance does very well, Dave? What is it?
Run.
Yes.
Run. Dak doesn't. Well, Dak hasn't run since he's been hurt.
But you think about this: when you play stout defense, let's go to our division. Just let alone the Giants got better on defense. The Commanders was nasty if healthy. The Eagles front seven's nasty. Well, even with front four.
Our division scares me. I got to be honest. It really does.
Dave, what better way to that front four from the Eagles are going to put pressure on you? Inside, outside. Hassan Reddick coming off the edge, of course.
Yeah.
You know what? Why not? You know what? Take your quarterback, run a fake there, run an RPO, pitch it outside, get speed on speed outside. What better way? Dak can't do that. Trey Lance does open up a different game plan, a different scheme that Dak can't do. He doesn't show us.
Yeah, but
Dave,
Dak does throw a good deep ball though at times.
He does. But Dave, I'm not going to stick up for Trey Lance, but you look at Trey Lance, what the Niners gave up to Miami for that trade, Dave. They gave up everything. The owner, Shanahan, the coach, the ownership, John Lynch, they gave up everything. His mom, his dad, everything to go get Trey Lance.
To get Trey Lance, they did. Yeah.
The expectation, Dave, was insane. How could you even live up to that, Dave? Honestly.
Do you think the Niners are regretting what they just did?
You know what? I don't know. I mean, my thing is everybody. I was looking at shows today. I'm listening to different podcasts. Hearing people talk. I mean, they brought great discussion about it. They said, "Listen, Paul. You have Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, starting games. Then you have Sam Darnold, who sees ghosts on Monday Night Football.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And yet Trey Lance was your third guy. Come
Yeah,
on.
he got beat out by those guys. But I said, you know what? Hey, listen, how many rookies really? I understand Brock Purdy is a rookie. I understand it, Mr. Irrelevant, which
He's
makes it worse.
definitely an exception.
Right, it makes it a little bit worse. My opinion is gone right there. I have no clout with what I just said. But think about this: how many rookies, Dave, do you see coming to the league? Let's talk Brady. He didn't start for a year basically until
No,
starts
he
those
was behind. He was behind Bledsoe before he got his
Right.
start.
Yeah, how many rookies do you see come into the NFL being a high regarded draft pick? Okay, you know what? I want to revisit this, Dave, next year. Okay, I want to talk about Bryce Young. Okay,
Wait a minute.
I want
Wait
to
a
talk
minute.
about CJ Stroud, what they do being
Okay.
thrown into the
Well, let's
fire.
go back
Anthony
to
Richardson, same way.
Wait a minute. Let's go back to Dak's rookie year. Dak was 12-4 his rookie year.
He was, Dave.
Okay,
I mean,
and Dak and to me, Dak would have never seen the field to play if Romo got injured,
Romo
didn't
got
get hurt.
exactly.
Right. Dak's rookie year, he was amazing. I mean, nobody saw that coming. And let's go back to that game against Green Bay. We came back from that. We were down 28-3,
Yeah,
and we came back, and Dak came back, and we tied at 31.
Yeah.
And next we blew it because of that one call. Oh man, whatever. But
yeah,
that was
Agreed.
But still, Dak played his butt off that day. I mean, he showed what he was about.
But the positive, Dave, is getting back to Lance here. If we think about before we get into the 53-man roster here, the positives are okay. We know Dak's going to be the starter. They're going to renegotiate this contract, give him the long-term deal. Of course, he's our franchise. We know that. Cowboy fans, we already know that it's going to happen. Be prepared. It's going to happen.
Like it or not, Cowboy Nation. That's what it is.
Cooper Rush eventually is what's going to scare me because I think he will test the free agent market next year.
Okay? Like he can. He signed a 2-year deal.
Oh, it's 2 year. Okay. All right. So we got him 2 years, and that's perfect timing because Trey Lance came over very cheap. It was like $6 million a year for his deal.
Yeah, it was something like that.
On a rookie deal, and then we had that 5th-year option too. Okay, which is good. That was a smart move because you know what? Here's my thing, Dave. If we get to wherever we get this year with Dak and Cooper back, whatever happens between those two, those are your 1-2, A1, A1B. Those are starters. But next year, Dave, we know Dak doesn't touch the field in preseason, correct? We know Cooper Rush might even do it. What do? You put Trey Lance out there, showcase Trey Lance of how much he's worked.
I agree.
Flip him for another pick.
Hey, why not? I agree.
Or keep him cheap. And you know what? Hey, Dak's got 5 years left. Learn from him and Cooper Rush. Cooper's going to be leaving in 2 years. You step up to 2. Learn the offense. We're going to put your systems for you. You're going to play. Why not? It makes sense to me. I actually love him. Dave, for a 4th-round pick.
I think it's a great – I mean, I had no problem with it when I heard about it because everybody's like, oh, what about Trey Lance going to take that? I'm like, no, he's not.
No, he's not going to take the job. But you think about what the Niners gave up. 3 first-round picks back-to-back years. And we give up a 4th-round pick for a 22-year-old quarterback.
22-year-old quarterback, yeah. It's kind of a steal if you think about it.
It's fine with me because basically you added a depth at quarterback. He's not proven, but you actually added a different scheme out there. Now we do have a Jalen Hurts minus the arm right now, a great leg quarterback who can run the ball. He's a possession guy at quarterback, Dave. I love the move. I really do.
I do too. I'm a fan of it. I'm just glad it worked out at the end. Think about it, because Will Grier is now with Cincinnati, so he got a job. So
you know what the funny thing is? You know what the funny thing is, Dave? I thought about this today, and it didn't really make me laugh, but it actually made me tingle a little bit. When all these number changes, right? For the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
You remember what number Zeke was going to go to? 15, right?
15. Isn't that funny?
And Trey Lance comes in and takes 15.
Yes. Well, actually, he took Will Greer's number.
He did. It's so funny. Like, okay, you're gone. We're going to give you this guy. So that's the reason why they didn't have the numbers set for Trey Lance, because I was looking at it because I was like, you know what? I'm going to go. I love jerseys. I'm going to go out and get one. Then I've said unavailable yet, number not known. And then I'm like, well, damn. Wouldn't it be funny if Will Grier gets cut? He's going to take 15,
and he did. He did.
It's weird how everything works out, Dave.
Yeah, I agree.
Dave, let's talk about 53-man roster, Dave. Let's talk about this. I mean,
53-man roster.
We're down from 90 to 53, Dave. I don't know if you can see it. I had to make a little.
Oh, I can see it. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about QB1, Dave. Okay, we already know top 3 quarterbacks: Prescott, Cooper, and Mr. Trey Lance.
Mr. Trey Lance.
What do we grade this QB trio?
Tough call. Are we grading by individually or just grading by three? The three of them.
Well, just give me Dak. We'll just go with the starters first, then we'll go overall grade, just in case, God forbid, Dak, has a little, a paper cut or something. You know what I mean?
Dak is. I'm going to give him a B plus
Agree. Okay. Okay.
right now because I can't give him an A because last season the interceptions killed him.
Sure.
Cooper Rush, B plus as well.
Okay.
I can't. I mean, the 4-1 start was amazing, but yet he hasn't touched the field since. Well, he did a little preseason. I think he played a little preseason.
He got like not even a quarter total.
Yeah, if that. Yeah. So Trey Lance, I can't. I don't even know about. I know nothing about Trey Lance. To be honest with you.
I agree. Dak,
Because
I'm gonna go. Yeah, go ahead, Dave. I'm sorry.
how can I give Trey Lance a grade because I don't know anything about him? He played a little here and there for the Frisco Niners. I know that much. When he got in there, he did okay, I think, for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if I had to give Trey Lance, I would say maybe a B, C minus, C plus.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Dak. I'm going to give Dak a B. I'm not going to go B plus there because last year was his worst season overall. So many picks.
Well, only reason I gave him a B plus because he won a playoff game.
Yeah, but I still look at the other 16 games. 17
and he beat Brady, so I got to give him. I think the plus is there. That's why.
All right, I'll give you you can get the plus. I'm going to go solid B because three games last year, double turnovers in both games, 2 picks in 3 games back.
Well, how many of them were tip balls? But go ahead.
I understand it. I'm not going to blame him.
Noah freaking Brown, if you're going to go that far, come on.
I understand that, Dave. That's why I said I'm not going to give him. I'm going to be nice and give him the B. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give him the B. He has a lot to work on. He has a lot to show me. No preseason action. The rust is there. I want to see what I can see week 1.
By the way, Noah Brown, good luck in Houston. I hope you do well there.
Yeah, I hope he does too. Him and Mr. Dalton
Schultz.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, Schultz. I thought it was Dalton Shits, but anyway,
Hey, we got 3 solid tight ends. I ain't worried about him anymore.
Which we'll get into. Cooper Rush, I'm not going to say starter. I'm going to give a to a backup quarterback role. Cooper Rush
really?
is an A for me. Dave,
okay,
a backup, man. What can you?
Hey,
ask for
4-1. I can't answer. I totally get it.
As a backup, I'm going to grade him as a backup. To me, I have a solid backup. A not A plus. A. The offense does come down a little bit vanilla wise versus Dak's, play action passes. The playbook does minimize with Cooper Rush. I see that. But doing what he needs to do, he manages the game, so I give him an A. Trey Lance, Dave, I'm probably going to go a C because this is a different scheme. It's all up to Mike McCarthy if he gets a little playing action time, different play sets, different formations for him. Maybe he does utilize his legs. I don't know. So I got to go C with Trey Lance, Dave.
I agree. All
right, let's move on. Tony Pollard, Dave. Tony Pollard, Deuce Vaughn, your boy, Rico. And then we got Hunter Lepke.
Well, we don't know much about Hunter Lepke because he just made the team this year.
Very true. We'll minimize him. We'll give him a pass.
We really can't give him a grade because we don't know nothing about him.
He gets the pass today, Dave.
Deuce Vaughn, the rookie. I got to go. I'm excited. I'm going to say high B.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of things from this kid. I really do.
Okay.
Rico.
Where's Rico?
Rico's a solid B to me because he made it.
Wow, you just love Rico. You know what, Dave? Just say Rico. You get an A from me for making a team.
You get an A from me because you made the team. Congratulations. And I think he would have made it last year if he didn't get hurt in preseason.
Oh boy, Dave, I tell you.
Tony Pollard, A plus.
Ooh, A plus coming off the injury, Dave. Still.
Yeah, coming off the injury, but he had a great season before the injury. He did.
Okay. Overall, what do you give this group, Dave? Overall grade. All 4 running backs.
B plus.
B plus. Okay. My grades, Dave. Tony Pollard. I'm going to give him an A based on last year what he done. Same thing with Dak this year. I mean, coming off, not preseason. We know Pollard gets a little bit more condolences because of the ankle injury. That's something you don't come back with the jump cuts. The speed. Will it be there? We don't know. But based on last year what he could do to the team, I'm going to give him an A. Deuce Vaughn. I'm going to go B. Okay. But Mike McCarthy needs to put him in packages where he can excel, Dave.
Exactly.
I don't want seeing him running up the middle. I don't want to see that. I want him to get outside, Dave. But between outside the hash marks is where he excelled to me.
Totally
Rico, listen. You know what? Just to make you happy, Dave. Just to make you happy, my little brother happy. I'm going to say Rico Dowdy deserves an A plus for making the goddamn team.
Hey.
Okay. Until week 3, then he's probably going to be cut, Dave.
Yeah, because Rojo will be back.
Rojo will be back week 3. So Rico, then I can
Rico for 2 weeks.
Then I can actually say, "Where's Rico?" And you're going, "Oh, he got cut. He's on the practice squad." Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Well,
But Dave, you know what? He has 2 weeks to score a touchdown for me to get the jersey.
Hopefully that he does that.
I hope he does too, man. I hope he does too.
I do too.
Well, let's get to where we're pretty much stacked at, Dave. Let's go. CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, Jalen Tober, Cavante Turpin, and another guy that's really making waves too. We didn't even mention him.
Yes, we
Jalen
did.
Brooks,
We did mention Jalen Brooks.
high
Yes, we did.
flyer.
Yes, absolutely.
Dave, I know our three starters. I know where we're at on that one. We'll move a little bit faster here. Overall grade, and who's your surprise of the wide receivers?
My surprise was Jalen Tolbert.
I
To
agree.
be honest, because he had a great preseason. He just did.
And the great thing is, Dave, he beat out one of my boys, Simi Fiacco.
Yeah. Poor Sammy didn't make it. They didn't put him on the practice squad, did they?
He's not on the practice squad, is what I see.
Poor Sammy.
I don't think he is. Nope.
Poor Sammy. I feel bad.
Yeah, I mean,
because everybody loves Sammy. He's like that guy, you know.
I mean, Dave, you know how when he came out of college being at Stanford, I said, Dave, this guy's 6'5". He's a hybrid guy, great pass catching skills. Red zone threat.
Yeah.
Never got to see the field, Dave. Never got to see the field.
I know.
But that tells you something where Jalen Tolbert goes from 6 wide receiver to number 4, Dave.
I know. It's crazy.
And I love this wide receiver room. Turpin, we know what he's about. Speed everywhere. We know the sweeps, the screens.
Are we going to see a lot of Turpin in special teams too?
Yeah, he's actually going to be the number 1 punt returner.
I thought he was. Yeah,
he's going to be in front of Vaughn on both of them.
Yeah, I thought he would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what? I tell you what, if Cavante actually steps up and playing wide receiver, getting some pass catches, I think we see Vaughn move into that category because speed on speed, take your poison back there, whoever you want, really.
You have a lot of there's a lot of exactly. There's punters that are put over their head because they're in trouble.
Sure. And my surprise is Jalen Brooks. I love this guy. I think he's one of the good wide receivers that we have, a hybrid guy. The only thing with him, Dave, is he's still got to read his progression tree. I mean, his progression tree is only he's good on deep balls, but that quick,
he's very good on deep balls. A guy can hit. Catch the ball.
He's got to work on his mid-range game because we know that being in the division that we are, it's not going to be you're going to have 4 or 5 seconds to throw the ball. It's going to be clean, get it out, fast, get it out. Action, fast, West Coast offense, and he's got to help his quarterback deck out. He has to. So he has to learn that. He has to learn a better progression on the wide receiver tree.
I agree.
Overall grade, what do you give it, Dave? I'm going A minus. I'm going A minus.
I was going to say A minus too, but I'm going to stick with B plus. I'm going to stick.
Okay. Well, let's go tight ends, Dave. I mean, listen, we lost Dalton Schultz of Colts. We lost him. But, Dave, we were correct that McEwen was going to be the odd man out.
We said that. Yeah, we said that.
But he still is a Cowboy. He still is a Cowboy, though. He is on the
practice squad?
Yes,
okay. That's good for him. They can always bring him up if they need him.
But Ferguson, Shoemaker, and Hendershot. We know what Hendershot can do. We know
I love Fergie. I'm a Fergie guy. I like Fergie. But you know what? I think Luke is really going to open some eyes. I really think he's going to. Yeah, I do too.
And the funny thing is when we had Steve on from Pick 6 Sports, which he'll be back on a couple weeks ago. He had an emergency at his house a couple weeks ago. But when he comes back on, we're going to revisit that. Where I said, Shoemaker was a blocking tight end. He agreed with that. But Dave, we've seen glimpses of his pass catching skills.
I know, and he can block and he can catch. I have nothing against this kid,
which is very surprising. Coming from Michigan, tight ends there, they usually block because that running game is so sound. And when he made those pass catches and the one over the shoulder catch on the sideline from Cooper,
are we seeing are we seeing a baby Witten here?
I don't know. I don't want to go that far, Dave. I don't want to go that far yet. I mean, I don't know if there's a baby. I'm just saying.
The guy can block. He can catch.
Dave, if there's a baby Gronk out there, he's going to come out the draft next year from Georgia. Brock Bowers. He's going to be your tight end that everybody called Michael Mayer from Notre Dame Baby Gronk, which I love. He went to Oakland. Hate you, Ken. I hate you for that one. Baby Mayer, Michael Mayer went to
I'm just saying, baby Witten is what I'm saying.
Dave, man, don't get me started with that one, Dave. I mean, you got to give me like 3 or 4 or 5, maybe 6 years before I can call him in the category of Witten, Dave. I don't know. I can't go there, Dave. Can't go there.
I'm not going there. I'm just saying, could we in the future? Is what I'm saying.
Dave, if he does pan out, man, listen, Witten, move over, baby. We got a new tight end in town. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I think this kid Luke is really going to be good.
I think he is too. I like ours. I'm surprised we didn't keep 4, but we do have McCowan on practice squad.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Just in case something happens, I'm okay with that. Which is a smart move.
McKeon's not bad.
Let's talk about the offensive line, Dave. I mean, this has been really a downfall the last 4 to 5 years with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
We know
I
the
don't see Josh Ball in there. Thank God for that.
No, you know what? I don't see him on there either, Dave. Thank God. I mean, prayers do come true in certain ways for Cowboys fans once in a
They
while, right?
sure do. They
But
sure do.
let's talk about it, Dave. Okay, our starting five, Dave. Tyron Smith, Tyler
Yep.
Smith, Tyler Baez. Okay, Zach, Mr. All Universe.
No. Tyler from Wisconsin.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Dave. Tyler from Wisconsin. I'll change my ways there. Okay, just for you, you know. And Terrence, I love you now. I hated you a year before. Steele.
Terrence, I did a 180 steal. Yeah.
Dave, this offensive line could probably be top
I like
3 in
Matt
the NFL.
Waletzko too. I'm a fan of him. I don't know what it is about him. Something.
You just like the name.
No, I don't. I just think
Dave, you just like the name Wally Osco. You just like
no.
the name.
Waletzko, Matt Waletzko. Yeah.
Can we call him like a little bit? Make it a little bit different. Can we call him Wally or something?
Don't forget about Asim.
Asim Richards is good too. He's good.
Mm-hmm. I don't know much about TJ Bass. What do we know about him?
Not really a lot. Not really a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really watched film of him. Like I said, I didn't watch a lot of preseason, Dave, so I can't give this guy a grade. But you know, Wallowski, you know, Wally. I'm gonna call him Wally, Dave. You call him what you want.
Well, let's go.
I'm calling him Wally. Okay, he's named
Wally.
Wally. You know, I got Where's Rico? Okay, I got Wally here too. Okay, Wally. I'm gonna give as a backup, Dave. I'm probably gonna go B-.
Wally.
Until he shows me something.
Can the Beaver come out and play? You say
Wally.
Lord,
Wally. He's Wally to me, Dave. Damn it.
You say Wally.
Where'd you go?
I don't know. That's twice that. I don't know.
You know why? You know why you do that happen? Because you're freaking making fun of me calling him Wally. Okay. All right. He's Wally. Damn it. He's Wally. Okay.
Okay, Wally.
You want to call Tyler from Wisconsin? Then I'm calling Wally. Okay. Very simple. Fine. You have your name. I have my name. Okay.
Okay.
All right. But Dave, Asim Richards. I like this kid. Big death move. I think I like it. Mm-hmm. Solid guy. I really like this. I like him.
I totally agree. I'm going to give this offensive line a high B plus.
The one thing I don't like, Dave, is the Jets Chuma got cut.
Yeah, I was surprised about that.
I understand he's coming off injury. That's the only thing. He's coming off injury, Dave. That's the only reason why they're saying that it could go to like week 5 and 6 with nagging injuries. Smart move, but I don't know if he was placed on the practice squad. I didn't see his name on our.
I didn't see him. I didn't see it either. To be honest with you,
I mean, you went out and got a good solid depth offensive lineman. The tackle, tackle. But I think it was smart to put him on waivers. But I don't know. I don't know if he got claimed yet. I have no idea.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
Overall grade for offense, Dave. Offensive line.
I said high B. High B.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm going to go high B here too. I mean, our thing, Dave, is the one where we hate to say is injuries. If something happens. Yeah,
there's just that one. There's the one that concerns us, but I'm going to leave it there.
Dave, you think about it. If our
the veteran, I'll call him that. The veteran. How's that?
Thank you, Dave, because I was coming up for words here thinking about that. I didn't want to jinx it. The veteran, okay?
The veteran.
The veteran over there. If he goes down, my boy Wally has to come in. Okay, we don't have Peters anymore, Dave. So he's a phone call away. Well, I hope so. I hope you got the phone on, speed dial to call Mr. Peters. But I don't know, Dave. If the veteran, the wily veteran goes down, we got to bring in Wally. Wally. Think about it, Dave. I mean, we're not very strong. I mean, Dave, you look at this defensive chart, then you look at offense. I had to make the defensive chart smaller because there's so many damn players on Dan Quinn's side. We're very limited on offense, Dave.
I hear you.
Especially that O-line, too, Dave. Think about it. Look at that O-line.
Don't forget about TJ Bass now.
Yeah, we can always bring Josh Ball back, too, right?
Please don't say that.
Yeah, I agree.
Anybody but Josh Ball.
God, I know. Oh, man. Sorry if you guys are out there listening and you like Josh Ball. I'm very sorry. We just call.
If you're a Josh Ball fan, we totally we're sorry.
We apologize, but we call it as we see it, man. He sucks.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of Josh Ball.
Me either. Dave, overall great offense. What do you got?
Overall great offense. B plus.
B plus. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm going to go solid B right now because there's still question marks. Dak and Pollard coming back as well. I mean, everything else looks set for me.
I think Pollard's ready to go. I said that. I've been saying that for weeks on the show. I really do.
It'll definitely change week 1 after I see what they look like, the Russ versus Dak, Pollard. So we'll see.
All right, we'll talk about that later. But go ahead.
We'll talk about. Dave, let's go to what this team is all about. The defensive side of the ball.
Ah, the Dan Quinn defense. Gotta
Dave,
love it.
let's go. Let's just go defensive ends first, Dave, because we
That's
know
fine.
Parsons is not going to linebacker.
Nope.
Parsons on one end, Demarcus Lawrence on the other.
It's
You know what? Hey, you want to bring in Sam Williams after that on give Parsons a break, Lawrence a break. Bring
uh-huh.
Williams in, bring Dorrance Armstrong in, and then
That's
also
my man right there. I love Dorrance Armstrong. I
I
am a
like
fan
this.
of this
I love
kid.
this.
He
I
is
like
he's so strong, that kid. Oh my
I
god.
like this. I mean, defensive end, Dave, we're set. I mean, is there
Don't forget
anybody
about
that
Dante, baby.
Dante Fowler as well? He's like, I want to call him like the veteran of the team here on defensive end.
Mm,
The older guy, the
that's Dan
brand.
Quinn's boy right there.
Well, thank God for Dan Quinn giving him a job. But this defensive end set, Dave. I mean, you think about it. It is a legitimate rotation of four
As
people,
long
Dave.
as long as as long as as long as number 11's healthy, we're good.
That's what I mean. I mean, defensive end, Dave. We're four deep. I mean, you think about Parsons and Lawrence being the starters.
Yeah,
You could bring in Sam Williams, who is a baby Micah Parsons. We've seen what he does, and then you bring in Dorrance Armstrong. I'm fine. This defensive end, Dave. I give an A+.
I totally agree. I can't
I
argue
agree.
that.
I agree. Let's go defensive tackle,
I
Dave.
was gonna I was
Oh,
gonna say I wasn't gonna say A plus. I was gonna say A, but plus is
I
fine.
like the A+. I like the A. The reason why I say A+, I love if it was A. If you gave me a natural grade for the starters, I'd say A because of
Mm-hmm.
Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence as a combo. I don't want to give anybody an A+. That's something I don't want to do. That
D Law
regard.
better B Law. I'd say
Yes, sir.
D Law showed up in the playoffs last year. He really
He
did.
did.
He showed up.
He's
Mm-hmm.
got to show me a little bit more this year. But the reason why I went A+ was Sam Williams and Dorm Armstrong as a rotation guys, depth wise,
Mm-hmm.
they make it up for me because they could be starters on some teams out there. So that's why I gave
Mm-hmm.
it an A+. But Dave, let's go to defensive tackle. A
Yep.
very strong rotation. Oh
Mm-hmm.
Diggy Zua. Oh Diggy Zua. Okay. Jonathan Hankins from the Raiders. Kevin
That's the
Whittle.
guy I want to see play. I love Jonathan. When he came from
Yes.
the Raiders, I was so excited.
Yep. Cheap
He's a
deal.
big dude, man.
Ozzie Smith. I love Gallimore. Okay. Chauncey Golston made the team, and our rookie, Filami Fiaco. Dave, I love this
Yeah,
defense.
yeah. Well, Junior Fiaco. Yeah, I got
Dave,
you.
think about this defensive tackle set. Okay. Think about this. Odiggy Zua starting. Okay. Next to
Mm-hmm.
Mozzie Smith, Micah Parsons, and Demarcus Lawrence. Dave,
Mm-hmm.
that front four could be one of the best in the NFL,
Well,
if not
Dallas
the
is going
best.
to be definitely top 5 defense in the NFL.
Of
There's no doubt
course.
about it.
And the
No
best
doubt
thing is,
about it.
Dave, we have depth, Dave. Gallimore, okay? Jonathan
Mm-hmm.
Hankins, Golston,
Mm-hmm.
Fiaco. We have depth, Dave.
Don't forget
Depth.
about Diggy Zua.
I love saying, oh, Diggy. Oh,
Diggy
Diggy.
Zua.
I love saying his name, oh, Diggy. I mean, we got some characters on our team. We
We
got
sure do.
Rico, we got Wally, and we got Diggy. Oh, Diggy. We got some names, Dave.
Can you dig it?
Yes, yes. Now, Dave, I mean, what a great defense tackle.
Oh, defensive tackle, A plus.
Yeah, but I agree. I love our defense tackle. Not big names to other people out there, but what we need on this defensive line D tackle, I love what we have. I'm going to go solid A+ as well.
I
Solid.
agree.
And that's going with the depth too.
Yep.
Dave, let's talk about the scariest position in the room. Dave.
We are
Let's talk
so
about
thin. We're so thin here. It drives me nuts.
Dave, let's talk
And,
about
and getting rid of your boy is not a happy camper right now. I can tell you that.
You lose Overshawn, you cut Cox, okay? Then you have, I hope he doesn't get hurt, LVE. Okay, you're banking on Damon Clark.
Who signed a 2-year deal, Mr. LVE?
Yes, this is his last year coming in. We
No. He's got a 2-year deal.
Oh, that's
He
okay.
signed.
Okay, so, and then you bring in Devin Harper, never played linebacker, coming in. He's played it, but he's not really a hybrid
But
guy.
your boy Damone Clark too.
Damon Clark is a very big name, but that tells me the one thing. It scares me one thing, Dave. They haven't announced they put them both at inside linebacker, which LVE is considered inside linebacker. But when you think about it, they had Jabril Cox as a player caller with the green sticker on the back of his head. Dave, who becomes the play caller? Is it Damon Clark or Devin Harper here?
I would think.
I
would think Harper. I think Harper.
I think
you do? Okay, maybe.
I think it's Clark. Okay.
It could be Clark. That makes more sense.
Because the signal caller usually pulls out if it's like another wide receiver. He usually pulls out of the line there based on the formations. So he calls, and he knows what he's called, so he sets them up. I think it's going to be Damon Clark. But Dave, I'm scary here. This right here. Even though I love Damon Clark, I love LV for what he did last year. Dave, I'm going to go C- right here.
Yeah, I have to agree with you.
I'm scared. I'm scared with
You're,
linebackers.
well, you're putting all your baskets in Van Der Esch, first of all,
True. I mean,
because
you are moving a safety up in Marquise Bell, so we're going to take him off the safety 53 man
yeah, that's
roster. We're
true
moving him
too.
to
Marquise
linebacker.
Bell playing, yeah, he's going to
But he's
linebacker.
light, Dave. He's kind of light. He's light. He's a
Yeah,
light linebacker.
he is fast though.
He's fast, but Dave, I mean, you need some
No,
power up there. I mean, you're losing Brown Cox 235. You lose Overshot at 230 as well, and
so
you bring in a 210-pound linebacker who can get blown off the ball.
I can't believe Cox went to Washington. That blows my mind.
Stop telling me that, please.
I'm sorry.
I was feeling good here for a second, Dave. Then you said he went to the
Sorry about that.
Commanders.
No, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
Right. Well, let's move on to another strong point, Dave. Let's go to corners here.
Oh, I love it.
Starters. We bring in Stephon Gilmore on opposite side of
Very,
Trayvon
very
Diggs.
excited about those two. I cannot wait to see those two together.
I can't wait too because you know what? He's a wily veteran as well. He knows how to defend. He's smart. He
Mm-hmm.
played in the Belichick system for years, and Belichick's known for defense. If you're not going to do your job, you're going to be gone. And he stuck around for a pretty long damn time in the
He
Patriots,
did.
which tells
He
you
did.
something. Which tells you something right away.
Yep.
But you know my guy, Deron Bland. I love this kid. I love this kid.
I
He's
know
going
you
to be
do.
the third starter. He's going to be getting a lot of playing time because a lot of teams are going three wide. You have to bring in the nickel guy coming in. He's going to be that guy. He can stick one-on-one. We've seen it last year when Anthony Brown went down. We've seen what he can do, Dave.
Matt's Anthony Toast Brown.
Anthony Toast Brown. Well, Anthony's toast because your ass is not on the team anymore.
Yeah,
That
this
guy.
is true. This is true.
He's now at Walmart actually looking for a toaster, Dave. That's what he's doing. You know what I mean?
This is true. This
But
is
you
true.
know what? Hey, you know what? Get better, man. Hope you do good out there because the injury kind of set you back worse than you really were. But
Yep.
but
We're gonna.
Dave, your guy, Jordan Lewis.
I'm telling you, I just can't wait to see him back on the field to play. I'm excited. It's been a year since he's touched the field.
I think he's going to be on. He's going to be on a snap count as well. I think they're going to break him in. Listen, he's the fourth corner, Dave. He's the fourth corner.
He's the fourth corner. Yep.
He might even move down because Eric Stott has a lot to work on, but I think he's going to be good as well. And listen, Dave, there was one name that the castaway, Joe Sullivan, you can check him out as your partner on Tuesday, Extra Innings, and also the Sully Spot on Monday night on our network here. Check him out. Calvin Joseph, Joe calls him the castaway. The castaway is gone, Dave.
Gone.
Okay?
I know. Calvin's gone. Yeah.
He's gone. He's gone now.
Yep.
He's gone. But Dave,
Yep.
we talked about this. We bring in Noah. I can't even pronounce the name. Okay, I'm going to call him Iggy. He's Iggy to me. He's Iggy. He's Iggy to me. Okay.
Igbino Genie. I can't even say it.
I'm calling him Iggy B.
Iggy.
Iggy B is his name to me. Okay. But Dave, here's my thing.
How about Captain Noah? That works.
He ain't a captain yet, Dave. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying that.
I don't know what this kid is about. I don't even know if he can make cereal in the morning right now. I'm not giving him.
No, actually, he's not bad. I've heard a lot of good things about this.
Okay, Dave, then I'm calling him private for right now until he proves something to me.
Yeah, well, coming from Miami, he came from Miami, didn't he?
I don't really give a damn. Remember last time we was shipped to Miami? That didn't work out well, but
Yeah, Byron Jones.
But anyway, I'm going to call him Private. His name's Private Noah until he does something. Okay. Private Noah. We love you. Welcome to the Cowboy Nation. But Dave.
No, welcome to the team. Welcome to the Cowboy Nation.
What I want to talk about, we talked about this, texting back and forth, Dave, when you asked me about, I like the move because I wanted Kelvin Joseph out of here.
I like the move too. I do.
I like the move. But the one thing tells me, Dave, is we have to pay this guy $6 million a year being a corner that we just picked up.
Actually, he's not bad on special teams too, from what I heard.
Okay, well, I'm not going to pay $6 million for a guy that we brought in who's our sixth, seventh corner, Dave.
Yeah.
That's what scares me. And he's on a player contract for next year, so we owe him $5 million next year. Kelvin Joseph was on the last year of his deal. Okay,
yeah.
Which tells me, okay, how much better is Private Noah versus the Castaway? I like the movie Castaway, but
I think he might surprise. I think he's going to surprise you.
But Dave, Saving Private Ryan was a good movie too. Private Noah here. I don't know which one to go with. So I don't know. That's what scares me is the cap money. The cap money.
We'll see.
You asked me.
You got to give him time. Let's see what he's.
It's not a money move. It was
it's
a depth move. It was a depth move. I understand that because hell, the guy across the street that's 84 years old, he can play better than a Castaway. You know what I mean? Like, think about it, Dave. Think about that.
I'm thinking about it.
But overall depth, Dave, what do you give here?
Quarterback, I got to give a high B plus.
I agree, high B plus because I want to see how Diggs.
Between Diggs, Gilmore, and Bland, I think there's three, and Jordan Lewis is going to actually he'll make a statement.
I am too.
Nashon, Nashon, I'm not so sure.
Nashon Wright has a lot to live up to. That rookie.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not high. Well, I like him, but I'm not sure where he stands with this cornerback situation.
And what scares me too is Eric Stott Jr. I mean, I loved him out of college coming out.
Yeah.
He got beat really bad. I mean, they had a damn what you call it, whatever the switchblade on his ass during
Mhm.
preseason. That's how bad he got beat.
I
He got
got you.
beat, Dave. He got beat
Yeah.
bad,
Yeah. Well,
bad. He made Kelvin Joseph like shit. I'm going to make the team. He's getting cut. That's how bad he played in the preseason, Dave.
hmm
But hey, you know what? They seen glimpses, in the future. They gave Kelvin Joseph 2 years. Why not give Eric Stott 1 year? This is his second
I
year, so
totally agree.
why not,
Absolutely.
right? Why not?
hmm
Hey, let's talk about the safeties here. Javon Curse,
Safeties.
the best player that I love on this team behind
J.
Parsons
I
is
love J. Ron. Yeah, J. Ron. He's just amazing.
Donovan Wilson, one of the biggest pride possession that we signed this year.
Yeah, 2-year deal. Thank God for that.
Malik Hooker, Israel
hmm
Mukamara, which I love. I think he's a great player as well. Marquise
Uh-huh.
Bell, we're going to take him off. He's going to linebacker. Okay,
He went to
we're rid of
linebacker.
linebacker. Janai Thomas, which is
Don't
good.
forget about Wanye. Well, gotta love Wanye.
Oh my God! Really? You gonna go
Wanye.
there? You really
Well,
gonna go
actually,
there?
Wanye had a good preseason.
He did. That's what I'm
He
saying.
did. That's why he made it.
Are you calling him Wanye? Is that what you're going to call him?
That's his name, Wanye. Wanye Thomas.
Okay, Wanye I can pronounce. Okay, I was going to call him the John.
No, Wanye.
I can say Wanye. Okay, I can say Wanye.
Wanye
Yeah,
Thomas.
yeah, Wanye Thomas, Javon Curse, Donovan Wilson, Malik Hooker. Those
There you
three are
go.
standouts for me.
My safety high B plus. Absolutely.
B plus. Okay, I'm gonna go B plus as well. I love Donovan Wilson. He controls the middle. He's a hybrid
Everybody
guy.
loves Donovan Wilson. How can you not love Donovan
I love
Wilson?
the guy. I mean, that was one of our biggest possessions signings this year on team. That was Donovan Wilson.
I just
Great
hope he's
confidence.
healthy because he got injured earlier before preseason started.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll come back because he hasn't played, he hasn't touched the field, so I think he'll be okay. And the reason why I went B with the corners there as well, because with the safeties we have, with B plus with the safeties, I think control the top. I mean, if you have Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker, in the back end, you can shade one size, and that's what's going to tell me a lot between Diggs. We know he bites on balls. We know that, Dave. So that safety had to overcompensate.
Yeah,
That's
Diggs take chances, man.
right. That's what he bites on a lot of balls. That double move gets him. So the safety, Wilson had to come over and pursue that side, or Hooker if they run that double safety set. He has to come over and help out Diggs. But what I want to see from Gilmore, going back to corners, how does Gilmore play one-on-one? Who are they going to pick on? If Gilmore can stay in his zone, do they pick on Diggs more? Because if the safety's over the top and they play a one zone safety,
Well,
the safety can only take one shot.
pick your poison, either one or the other.
That's what I mean. I want to see who they pick on because Gilmore can shut down.
I
Diggs,
think they'll pick on Diggs more than they will Gilmore.
And I think so too. I think I want to see Dave is I want to see Gilmore step up to the plate and control his side of the field. And you know what? Let that safety go to Diggs' side just a little bit more and help him. Let Diggs become the ball hawk that when he got 11 picks that year. Let him become that guy. Take the chances because over your shoulder, I got my big brother Malik Hooker or Donovan Wilson. Why not? Let them take a chance. But that all falls on Stephen Gilmore too.
Hey, that Cowboy defense could be nasty. That's for sure.
Well, Dave, let's talk about your favorite freaking position on the field, Dave. The punter and the kicker.
Bryan Anger, baby. Bryan Anger. I'm excited.
Yeah. Bryan Anger and
Brandon Aubrey.
Aubrey.
Brandon
so Dave,
Aubrey.
can we just say it right now, Dave? Listen, you've coined every freaking kicker we've had for 85 years. Well, 40 some years, Dave. We couldn't speak when we were 5 years old. We couldn't announce the players. But, Dave, since we moved on from, I'm going to say it, Money Maher, that you coined him, what are we giving Brandon Aubrey? What are we going to call him, Dave?
I haven't given him a name yet. You
a couple weeks. You got to come up with one before regular season, Dave, okay?
I will. I definitely will.
Right? I mean, it's going to be hard, man, because you get this guy money, money, that's automatic, Dave.
Well, Brandon impressed me because he hit that 59 the other day.
He did. That was insane.
And he cleared it too. He could have made it from 62 if the way.
I don't know what game it was, Dave. There was a kicker that kicked a 66-yard field goal a couple days ago in preseason. I forgot where it was.
I think I saw that somewhere.
I couldn't.
I know. I know Tucker hit one from 74 or something like that.
I seen the practice. Yeah, I seen that video. I'm like, holy shit!
I was like, my God, what a foot.
Yeah, I've seen Money Maher make one like 65. Then in a game, he misses a freaking extra point, Dave.
Well, I mean, nobody ever. I mean, we had the best kicker in the league in Thunder Dan. So come on.
What?
Dan Bailey.
You're calling Dan Bailey the best kicker we've ever had?
Well, I didn't say that. I said he was very good when he was here.
Who was your favorite kicker, Dave? Since you love kickers ever from the Cowboys?
My favorite kicker,
Yeah.
probably Dan Bailey was one of my favorites.
Really? I like Nick Folk.
I wasn't much on Folk.
He had some good years, and then
I mean, he
he
was
sucked
good.
one
He
year,
was,
and then he went to the
yeah,
Jets
but he
and
was.
just
I
killed
mean,
it.
he's been with New England forever, but he's not there anymore.
No, he's with the Jets.
Jets, I know. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Damn. Mm. That's insane.
we we had some good kickers back in the day, though.
You
But
remember?
Dan
You
Bailey
remember?
was
You
what?
remember? You remember Grammatica? How he pulled his
Oh,
hamstring?
Automatica, Grammatica, of
One of
course.
these. Ah, my leg.
Automatica, yep, yep. He
I've
was.
never seen that happen, Dave. That's why I don't call punters
Mhm.
athletes, Dave. That's why I do not say a kicker or punter is an athlete.
No, they're not. They're but he's
I
not.
mean, I can jump up 2 feet in the air and not pull a hamstring.
True,
Well, I
true.
shouldn't say that. Now watch tomorrow practice. I'll freaking
No,
do it. I'll fall.
I was like Dan Bailey was one of my favorites. I have to be honest.
He was a good kicker. I miss him too. I miss him
Actually,
too.
for the and I mean, I'm not Eagles fan. I'm not, but Tony Franklin was one of my favorites too.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
He
Well,
was
speaking of
good.
53-man roster, Dave, what do we give this team? I mean, next week, Dave, we have one more week before we get into the season here, of course. That's Sunday night. So we have one more show before the regular season. Dave, next week we'll go through the front half of the season and we'll talk about how about we do let's do first 4 weeks and then with the last week
First
we'll do
four
five.
weeks.
Let's do
Okay.
first four next week. We'll talk about what our record should be in the first quarter of the season. And we'll look at what we're going to go into with the Giants here, of course. We'll talk about that. But Dave, before we get out of here, before final thoughts, give me your grade overall on this team, Dave, of what our 53-man roster looks at, and give me your strongest points and your weakest point.
Our weakest point's got to be our linebackers. That's for sure. That's a given.
Yeah, agree.
I think our strong point is our receivers. We
Okay.
have very good receivers with CD and Brandon Cooks and Michael Gallup and even Tolbert.
Okay.
What was the other question?
What did I say?
You said our weakest point. I said linebackers. Our strongest
weakest point,
receivers.
strongest point, and overall, what
Our
do you see?
our mystery guy is definitely Dak Prescott because we don't know what we're going to see from him on the
Very
field.
true. Very true. Very true. Okay.
But I'm thinking Dak is going to be fine, but that's just me.
Okay.
And McCarthy being on the hot seat every game, it is what it is. I think, and
It's funny. It's funny you said that.
I think he knows that. So.
It's funny you said that because a lot of reporters were saying that, how does it feel? How do you feel that Dan Quinn is sitting right behind you, waiting for a head
Right
coaching
behind
position?
you. Yeah, exactly.
Silently waiting.
But our strong point is definitely defense. Very exciting about that. Our defensive lines is very strong.
True.
And our coach, our coach for defensive coach, Dan Quinn, is great. I love him. I think he's going to be great. If I had to give a strong grade to this team,
yeah, overall,
a high B plus, maybe an A minus at the best.
Okay. I agree with what we said. I think the strongest point of our team is our D line. That depth. I mean, I love that 7-man rotation. I love that. The weakest link, of course, I think it's so easy to say the linebacker core here. We have three linebackers.
Not even a question.
And our fourth guy is someone that's never played linebacker, and Marquise Bell, of course. That's something I'm very scared about. The mystery guy, Dave, is exactly how you said. There's two for me. It's more Dak Prescott than anything. And the person that I think that needs to, player or coach-wise, to step up the most is going to be Mike McCarthy.
I agree.
I think his play calling has to be 100% on point. No ifs, ands, or buts this year because I don't think they'll make a coaching change in the season. I don't see that, Dave.
We're going to make mistakes, and mistakes happen every day.
Of course.
Let's just hope they're not key mistakes in the game where we need it.
I agree. I agree.
Like if we're fourth quarter, 2 minutes left, and we screw up.
I agree. 100%. Well, Dave, before we get into final thoughts, as we always do, let me go over some sponsors here real quick before we get out of here. Listen, guys, if you want some great coffee out there, Monkey Cold Coffee. Use promo code OOTBS Sports at monkeycoldcoffee.com. Toasted coconut rum, chocolate bourbon chocolate chip. Sorry about that. Samaritan blend, best coffee out there. Make sure you use promo code OTBS Sports at monkeycoldcoffee.com. K-cups, T-shirts, swag, as Ken calls it, the K-cup adapter, the cold diffuser brew, the mug, everything you have. It's great. Get out there and get it. Get your coffee now. Of course, monkeycoldcoffee.com, and make sure you use promo code OTBS Sports at the checkout. Listen, guys, if you're in legal help, 1-800-HURT-123. Attorney Jason Bond, a.k.a. Big Al. Motor vehicle slip and fall. Workman's comp. personal injury claims, 3 convenient offices throughout Pennsylvania and Jersey, Philadelphia, Cherry Hill, Pittsburgh. Guarantee you give them a call, mention out of the box here, and you'll get the guaranteed rate of 33 1/3% for all your legal cases that you may need if we take the case. Last but not least, guys, Ultimate Mug, Game Day Mug. Guys, listen, Dugout Mugs is so incredible. Great new sponsor of them. You even get a discount. OTBS Sports 20 at dugoutmugs.com. Great for any wedding occasions, birthday, Christmas gifts, or you can always order one for your favorite host, too. So just keep that in mind, too, for Christmas time. OTBS Sports 20 at Dugout Mugs. And also, they don't just do baseball. They do basketball, and they do custom mugs as well. I ordered one using the code. I ordered an out-of-box custom mug for myself. So that will be in pretty soon. Guys, here's our schedule really quick. Mondays, Joystick Junkies, Sully Squad, 6 p.m. Big Blue Power Hour, talking Giants. Commanders, Gridiron. Yes, we have Washington covered. And Dave, of course, with the Sully on extra innings, Tuesday, 8:30. Wednesday is our big day. The Batcave Mets. Fuji's Philly Fair will be back next week. College Football Frenzy had a great guest tonight, Matt Groth from the USC Bulls. Also, 215 Boys, you already know it's prime time, myself and Cowboy Dave. Tomorrow night, we have it all covered. You like us? You want to listen to more? NFC East War Room, talking all NFC East. 4 hosts, 4 teams, 1 show. Check it out. Friday night, I know Dave will be in a special guest location. Am I right, Dave?
I will be in Mr. Fuji's room.
You will be in Mr. Fuji's house next week. So, guys, I hope there's no crazy things going on there, because one of them, too, might have to call Mr. J. Fine there at 1-800 or 123. And, of course, Saturday, guys, it'll be a Golden Dome preview of the game versus Tennessee State this week. Also, Sunday, I'll be doing a Cowboys pregame. Even though there's no game, I want to talk about it, a little bit about it, maybe a 30-minute talk about it. And, of course, coming soon, guys, this is the new show for you, Silver and Black Layer. It's going to be a little different promo here, but this is just an idea we came up for, Ken. The Vegas sports scene is bye, bye, bye. Now we have the Silver and Black Layer, so Ken can talk about his 2 favorite teams in the NHL and the NFL. The former Oakland Raiders, now Las Vegas Raiders, and, of course, the LA Kings. So stay tuned. Silver and Black Layer coming your way. So, Dave,
we are just jumping here at Out of the Box Sports Entertainment.
Yeah, we have something for everybody, man. Listen, here we have fun doing what we do, Dave. You know what? And the best thing is, listen, it's like a family here. We have fun doing what we do, of course. But, Dave, as we always do, there's something we call final thoughts, Dave. Let me have your final thoughts before what are we like 12 days away from the regular season, Dave?
We are 12 days away from the regular season. Yes, we are.
Give me them final thoughts, Dave. Give me them final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Well, hope everybody's doing well. School started for kids this week, and for my kid next week, because we always go after Labor Day weekend, but some kids go before. Hope things are going there with them, and I hope school, get your kids going, because it's back to normal, guys. Summer's done, so it's time to, move on from that. But Cowboy Nation, we're starting soon. I hope you're excited. I know I am. I'm pumped up. I cannot wait for the season to start. And let's get it going. It's just waiting's the hardest part, that's for sure. So stay healthy and keep your kids ready to go. If they're doing sports-wise and whatever the case may be, just and hug your kids at night, because you never know. You never know.
100%, Dave. I agree with you. I usually keep it Cowboys, but I just want to, just like you said, this is our year. We always say that. I feel that way strongly about our team every year. On paper, we're good. On the field, not so much lately, but I'm a Cowboy fan, true and true. So can't wait for the regular season to start. As Dave, as you said about the kids out there as well, make sure your kids are out there safe. Even now the kid, a loved one out there, make sure you check on them as well, because you never know what could be going wrong out there. Next week, I won't be doing a couple shows because I am going in for a minor heart surgery next week. So
good luck to you.
You never know what's going on out there. You think you feel okay, but if you're feeling some kind of way, go out there and get checked out, because you never know. It could be something small. I'm having an angiogram, but they're putting me to sleep, and they're knocking my blood flow out like 40% to max, and they're going to flip a switch to see where the clot's at. So, and the funny thing is, Dave, I told my doctor, I think I told you this, he's a Pittsburgh Steeler fan.
Yeah.
And he was like, what, you have kids? I'm like, yeah, of course. And he's like, okay, well, you want to get back to them, so think positive. And I was like, oh, screw the kids. I just want to see, the Cowboys win another championship. And the funny thing is, being a Pittsburgh Steeler fan, he's like, Paul, I feel sorry for you, because you ain't ever going to see that happen. So, I mean, it's good to have a doctor that laughs with you as well. So he took a little,
Neither is he, so it's okay.
you know what? Hey, at least he has that six, Dave. You know what I mean? At least he has that
Uh,
six. I mean, we're still pushing for that, Dave, brother.
yeah, we're
But,
still waiting for that one.
but definitely, guys. But you know what? Tomorrow night, make sure you check out the NFC East War Table tomorrow night. Dave, are you going to be on that show tomorrow?
I believe I am. What time does it start?
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So tomorrow night, Dave's going to be our representative from the 9:3215 Boys Prime Time in the house. Dave will be there. So make sure you get your popcorn ready because Dave is going to tell him all about freaking Rico Dowdy tomorrow night. I'm telling you right now.
I think I'm
So
talking about more than Rico, but I got more to talk about with that. But that's okay.
you better let him know who the hell Rico Dowdy is, Dave.
That's
Okay?
right.
Yep.
That's right.
Because the banner up top says, "Where's Rico?" Well, you know what, Dave? We know he is on the 53-man roster right now.
Yeah, that's where he's at.
All right, Dave, you ready to get out of here, brother?
Let's get out of here.
All right, my name is Paul Spencer. I will see you next week. And of course, from Dave, what are you going to tell him, Dave?
Go, boys, go.
Let's go. We'll see you next week, prime time, 9:30 p.m. Wednesday.
Later, all.